back away from it. You got to put some brakes on it. You can't mash gas all the time. Sometimes you got to hit some brakes. I went through some things and hit some brakes. I said, no, I can't do that. But it's easy to give up some things that you don't want in your life. But you need to give up some of the things that's good to you, because everything good to you ain't good for you. I'm trying to help somebody. And the Bible says you got to forgive, and you got to learn how to forgive. And you need to start forgiving. If you haven't forgave, you ought to be looking at your neighbor and saying, neighbor, forgive me if I hurt you in any kind of way. You know the reason some people won't tell their neighbor that? Because they feel like the neighbor going to swing at them. They might get up and change chairs and go to another pew. But you ought to tell it anyway. Forgive me if I've done anything. Jesus wants us to learn how to forgive. He wants us to stand on faith. And he wants us to believe. And he wants us to trust in him. Because God is good. I don't care what you say, how you do it. What happens in your life, it's going to be some valleys. It's going to be some storms come your way. But still, you just look up and say, God, you are good. When that wind blew my trailer and blew everything around, the trees everywhere. And I stepped out and I told my wife, I said, look out here. But guess what I did? I turned around and looked in there and I said, God, you're still good. Because why? He could have took me and my wife with him. But he just took some. But he put a shield around. See, when you're good and do some things good and learn how to love, God will shield you. He'll put an angel and he'll camp around about you. I pray that we all have got some out of this word. Because all of this is not for nothing. And we can't look at these books just sit on the shelf and collect dust. I don't care if you don't read one page, you did something. If you read one verse, you did something. But I guarantee you, if you keep reading, if you read that one verse and it get good to you, it's going to get better and better and better. And you'll keep reading. If you start Sunday school one Sunday, it's going to get good to you and you'll keep coming Sunday and Sunday. Now, you might miss sometime, but according to what's going on in your life. But if you got God in you, you taste it, and you tasting how good that Sunday school is, you're going to love it. Because sometimes you get more teaching from Sunday school than you do in the pulpit. I'm telling you some good stuff. Sometimes I think Miss Smith and Miss Hayes is the preacher. All they got to do is close it out. Don't need no level. Because it's just so good. So Sunday school is important. They both couple together. Sunday school and the Lamb of God. You ready? You don't get to skip one meal. You know how you order a meal and you might have left the fries off and forgot the fries. Well, same way, you forget Sunday school. If you forget Sunday school, you ain't got the whole meal. When you come to Sunday school, you get the full course. And when you get the whole meal, boy, you can walk proud. You can say, I got the whole meal today. How you doing, brother? I love you. I believe I can do that right there for good works, but I got to step out on faith. Why? Because you just heard about faith this morning. It's Sunday school. See? Some going to stay with me. Might not get it all, but some going to stay with you. God is good. That might be someone in the church today. And you may come up with prayer, or you may come as a candidate or Baptist. Or you might want to come from Christian missionaries. But God is good. And we want to soak those who was here this morning. Believe some of that. Put it in your heart. I don't care if you don't use but 1 or 2 lines. Keep that right there. Put it in a safe. And that safe is in your heart. Turn the knob when you can't. Let it back out. And I pray you got somebody that's on forgiveness. How to forgive your brother.